Hey, welcome to this, our second episode of Marscraft. In this episode, I'll show you through how we went about building this rocket in Marscraft. As you can see, it's not actually finished at this point. I've still got to build some sort of like space center station to sort of hold the rocket up in. Hopefully this is interesting. Some of the recording for this I've done in sort of post-production because I accidentally had the microphone on from my computer, not from my headset, so it didn't really work very well as recording, so apologies for that. But hopefully this is interesting, showing you some of the build process of actually making something like this. And yeah, hopefully future videos will show more building exercises like this, and as well as some redstone and other interesting things if you would like to see them. So yeah, stick around and hope you enjoy. So I decided I'd like to build a rocket station up over here on the side of the base. As you can see, I've already put in the start of a fuel tower or fuel tanker on the back. I'm trying to get a scale here at the moment, really. So when you're actually in the base, I want it to look like a reasonably good sized structure, so you can sort of, feel like this is quite a nice, cool looking building next to it, rather than some tiny little thing out in the distance. So I'm probably gonna make this tower probably twice as high as this. So I've got like some temporary scaffolding around the side here, so I can get up to the top a bit easier, even though I do feel like I'm going to fall off at some point. Right, so I've had a little. Oh, there are mobs around somewhere. So I've had a little go at making this a bit taller. I probably still feel this is actually quite small, so I'm probably going to actually make this probably about this height again. There we go. So that's more or less around the same size I was sort of thinking. What is? I'll go back to the base and test to see how high this actually is from in there. Yeah, so I think that's about the right size now. So what I'll do is I'll have a go at putting one of the rockets on the side just to get an idea of the scale from here, and I'll be back. So here we are. I've got one of the side rockets on. It's just a test idea of the scale. Well, Macus is online now. So, he's noticed I'm building a rocket already. I thought he would notice it quite as quick. Right, so here I am making the second rocket on the other side. These are the little mini rockets. I'm just going to put some scaffolding in so I don't fall off quite so easily, even though I've already died making this already. Yeah, it's quite high up actually. But yeah, so yeah, with this scaffolding, I make it a little bit easier to get around and place the top of this rocket on. I'm making the rocket top with stairs, so it kind of arrows in to the top, if I can place it properly. So as these go in, I can sort of tear the top in to make it sort of round off a bit more naturally. Macus is going to know watching this back that I've left this terracotta inside, but it'll drive him nuts knowing it's there, but it's never mind. It should be okay. So what it is, if I place the stairs in on here, what I want them to do is to all make a small square point into the middle. If I put one on each side, if you do it right, you can get all four to sort of pull in, yes, to all look like corner pieces, but it's quite tricky to do. So you've got to sort of get the right angle on it. Nope, that was wrong. You sort of push it into the corner just slightly. Nope, wrong again. This may take a few attempts, so let me just give this a go. I'm going to try another side. See if this side's any better. Oh, come on. Oh. This is definitely a thing. If you put it just right, all four go in. Yes, that's it. Woo, that's it. All four of them are in corners now, you see? All four of them are pinned in like that. Like, no one's ever going to see this because it's so far away, but I'll know. I'll know. Right, now just get rid of the scaffolding up around here without dying. So I'm just working out where the bands are. So I want the bands to be obviously in the same place on both sides, or it's going to look weird. So I think one's about 8 up from the bottom, and then the other one's 10 up from there. So I'll just pop those in quickly. This is around here. Let's put the scaffolding in so I can take these blocks out easier. A little trick, if you hold down shift, it stops you from falling off the edge of bricks. You probably already knew that, but it's a useful tip to find out. Although I still fall off backwards occasionally. What is that creepy noise? That's a weird noise. Right, that's the first banding in. Come on. Oh, that makes it a bit easier to see actually. And yeah, they're all in. Right, cool. I'll just get rid of this. And then I've got them to the next button. Right, so now I've got them both in. Let's get rid of the scaffolding and I'll show you what it looks like. Here we are in daylight, and that's what it looks like both of them are on. Yeah, that's like quite a nice size. Oh, there's a creeper! There's a creeper! Oh, that was close. Nearly got me. Yeah, jammy bugger. Alright, so just gonna deal with him. Come on, die already. Go on, go away. So what it is, I'll just get started on the rocket framework, and then I'll be back. So this is the first go at making a rocket. It looks a bit small in comparison to the size of everything else around it. So I'm not 100% happy with it. I like the wings on it though. Trying to make them sort of span out okay, but I think the rocket itself could do a bit bigger. Or the capsule, I'm not sure what you call this bit. The capsule bit. So yeah, I think I'll make this a bit bigger. Right, so it is, I'm going to make this bit twice as big. Okay, yeah, that's a bit better. I'm going to have a look to see what it looks like from the base and see. Because I kind of want it to feel like you can actually go in it, as I said. So, yeah, not really much room in there, is there? Alright, I'm going to go back to the base and have a look, see what it looks like from afar. Oh no, it looks tiny on the side. Yeah, that's never going to lift that, is it? It looks like it's massive jet rocket. This tiny little. Yeah, no, that's that scales well off. Okay. All right, I'll remap that and do that again. Yeah, I'm looking from the base. I don't think this. Yeah, it's definitely too small. Oh, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this poke right out so that it feels like the rocket area actually comes out a decent amount. So there's two central squares here, so if I build this out like this, it feels like it's bigger than the side rockets, but not as big as the orange sort of fueled capsule. So that should be a good size there, because the wings would come out from the back, sort of along the back wall, and then that would poke out to about here. Yeah, I mean you could probably feel like you get inside that. So that's sort of where the wings line up with the back of the pod. Yeah, I think if that was that size, I'd feel a bit more like to scale. Okay, what is I'll build this up. I'm going to give it some room around the bottom here so that I could put some jets in underneath it. So this will sort of go 3 up, and up to about here, and then I can then build it up with quartz from here. So let me just get this base framework in, and I'll start knocking out the old rocket, and I'll be back on. It's quite satisfying taking out all the quartz, even though it's taken me ages to put them all in. Okay, so I've taken out the old capsule. That's sort of the size we're looking for now. This is the cabin area. I've made this a bit bigger. I'll probably play around with this until I can get this to work to scale. But for now, I'll just get some sort of side decoration going on here. And we've got the main tube going on now that goes to the floor, all in quartz. So we need to get rid of the scaffolding blocks around the side of that as well. So it's all coming together though. So now to try and get down. So if I take out this and drop one in, I can lessen the fall by dropping a little bit at a time. There we go. Took some damage, but didn't actually die. Yeah, that feels like that's a lot better size. Alright, have a look further back to see what it looks like. Yeah, I think the capsule on the top feels like it's a bit small now. Sort of happens too soon, but yeah, I think that's a better size for the overall body. Alright, let's have a look, see what it looks like from the base. Oh yeah, I think that's a much better size. Yeah, I think the nose on it sort of steeps in too quickly. Alright, so from up here in the base. Yeah, I think it's a better size. I think the capsule needs to sort of come out and be rounded more. It feels like it cuts off too soon. Maybe if I sort of push the glass up a little bit, maybe a bit better. I think that feels like a much more natural end to it. So it feels like it's less squashed. Now to give these wings a little bit less of an abrupt finish by putting some steps in along the side. That makes it feel a little bit more finished rather than just square cut like that. I think the rockets need the same sort of thing on it, so it sort of feels like they sort of peak inwards. That look better, I think. And then dig down a little bit so I can get them onto here. Oh, I forgot there was water under here. I might have to utilise that at some point when we actually dig this out, because I want to sort of feel like it's on top of like a station that's ready for launch. I think they usually do have like a water pit underneath to sort of stop the jets getting too far. Nice, yeah, that feels a lot better. I like that. So as you can see, I've made a start on putting in a bridge. I want it to be like a tower next to it, so it feels like it's sort of holding it in place, and some sort of bridge you can walk along so you can actually get into the rocket ship. I'm just building out the scale of it at the moment. I want it to be like a stairwell inside this tower that loops around and comes down to the floor, make it easier to sort of climb up. Just need to get some more cobblestone and then work out where the other pillars are going to go, because I've got the two there on the back, but I need to work out how wide I want this to go so that as I loop around I don't have to do too many levels. I probably want about 4 levels, 5, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and then ground. Yeah, we'll work it out. Right, so let's get some resources. Right, so before I go on my mining session I need to go to the pigman farm and get some XP because I've only got 3, so it's going to clear out some of my inventory and go to the pigman farm, so I'll be back. There's a ghast in here somewhere. Oh, I've got loads of cards, cool. Mac's obviously in the middle of putting in a system here. Well, I'm guessing if I push this. Ah, nice. There's lots of noises going on up here. There's a ghast somewhere. Right, well, antagonise these. Get some XP. Oh, come on, he's just out of reach. There we go. Wow. Right, so just enchanting my pick quickly. I think it was 4. Right, sorry about all the noise. I'm going to go back to what I was actually doing now. Which was a mining session for stone. Oh no, there's an enderman underneath the ladder. Oh dear. This is bad. This is bad. Oh my. I can't get out of here. Oh, yeah, it's quite terrifying. Oh, the little XP I gained. Oh, he's proper after me, isn't he? I'll just drop to the bottom quick. Hopefully that'll confuse him. Oh! Oh, he's still after me. Oh, he's still after me. Alright, get some health. I don't think this Great Escape's going to be quite so great. Get out here. Oh, yeah. Go away. Oh, crap. Go back in. You can't go back up into the void via another portal, so you come back out through the one that's in the nether. Now if I go back into here, I should then come back out in our base. And I can then switch off. That was intense. Alright, that was about half hour's worth of mining. I was only really going for stone anyway, so I've got lots of that. Let's pop some of this in the chest. Back to actually making my tower. That took me way longer than planned to get all that done, but oh, I'm definitely going to get attacked by an Enderman. Right, let's get in the last steps in upwards, and then I'll have a look from over there to show you what this looks like. At the moment, it's been quite hard to get this in. Some of it's actually over the lava lake, so I've had to be really careful with my scaffolding around it. Right, that should be, apart from those ones there. That should be all of them in. There, right, so now I've got stairs all the way up to the docking bay. Yeah, that's going to look good once it's done. Oh, there's a zombie somewhere. Yeah, need to get rid of all the scaffolding and actually make it have a framework. But as a start, at least. Cool. Right, so I was going to get the outer pillars in, and then I'll be back on again. So I've put in the corner pillars. I'm just going to sort out the middle rail. I'm just doing this as I go, ready to see what this looks like. Trying to mix sort of some andesite in with some stone pillars. Thought it'd look cool. Also need lighting up here because I don't want mobs spawning on the stairwell. Just get rid of all the orange as I come down. I saw my temporary scaffolding whilst I was putting it together so I didn't fall off into the lava below. Alright, last level. Stick these in. On there, on there, on there. Swap those out. Oh, actually, it could look cool having a double pillar there. Yeah. I need to put a roof on this thing. Alright, so let's get to daylight and then I'll show you what this looks like from afar. Zombie villager. Oh. That's what it looks like now. I think once I've got the iron railings in, it'll hopefully feel less stony. I want it to feel more like it's an iron structure. So I'm going to put some iron railings in along the backs and the sides on the stairs. I'm not sure if I've got enough iron to really do that, but I'm going to make it feel like a cage system like this. So yeah, I'm going to put some iron in and I'll be back on. Well, that's kind of aggravating. I was going to put iron fencing in, but you can fit through the gap between the pillar and the iron fence. Ooh, very nearly did fit down the gap. That was a bit scary. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe the railing combined to the side. Oh, I don't like doing that bit. Oh, that's a bit scary. So what if it was to bind like that? You can still fit around it, can't you? That's going to use a lot more resources to do. Oh, yeah, you can fit down the outside still. Oh, well, you're not going to accidentally do that, are you? See what it looks like from over here. It doesn't look too bad, actually. It just looks like it latches onto the side of the framework. I'll try doing it on the backs of all of them and see what it looks like. Looks a bit grey, but then again, it does. It's hard to really not make it look like that. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good start anyway. I've also added in Mac's idea of adding lava underneath the jets. So it looks like they're shooting off. Quite like that. I think it looks cool. I know it wouldn't make sense for it to be docked and have those on at the same time, but I think that looks cool. I quite like it with the lava coming out. Now have a look at it from the base, and then I think I'll wrap this up for this episode. Alright, let's have a look, see what this looks like. Oh yeah, I think that's cool. You can just about see the lava's moving as well. So yeah, I like that. That looks cool. From this side, you can't see that it's docked, so it kind of makes a bit more sense that the lava would be coming out. Yeah, it's cool. I think I need to change the side of the wings to actually being black blocks rather than being brown. I think I'd make it feel a bit more of a finished edge. I want to add some colour to the tail as well. It kind of doesn't really stand out that it's got a fin on the back. So I think of a way of putting some black in there as well. Yeah, that could work. So yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to call this for now, and catch you in the next one. Cheers for watching.